In this session, I'll show you how to use the tote picking and the tote shipping functionality that you can find in the Mobile WMS solution. This functionality has been designed for use for our webshop customers, typically web shops oriented against consumers. And these webshop customers share a common challenge, and that is that they have a lot of sales orders coming in from the web, but each order will only have a few items on it. That means if you try to do the picking order by order, you'll have a very inefficient process in your warehouse. There's also a lot of manual labor and paperwork to be printed out as part of the shipping process. I'll show you how we can help simplify that as well. The solution to this problem is to pick multiple sales orders at a time, so multiple sales orders for multiple customers. And in the warehouse, this will the pickers will use a picking wagon where they can put a tote or a box for each customer on this wagon, and each box will have a unique barcode that you can scan as part of the picking process. This functionality is based on the warehouse shipments and the warehouse picks in Dynamics NAV. And we've built the tote picking and shipping on top of those standard functions. So let's have a look at how you use it. In preparation, I've created 3 sales orders for 3 different customers. They have the same items on every order, and what I want to do is I want to create first of all a shipment that includes all these 3 sales orders. So I'll go in and create a new warehouse shipping document for the location that I'm working on. Then I'll use the filter to get the orders, and I've created a filter where I get all the sales orders to be shipped with in this case DHL. And when I run the filter, I get the lines for these 3 sales orders. So the shipment document allows me to group the sales orders, and from here I can create the pick, and I'll just select that I want the lines to be sorted by bin and click OK to that. And now I have pick activity number 87 available on my mobile device. Alright, so let's log in and try to find this pick order. And I'll just go into the normal picking module and select the white location. And the order we're looking for will be the last one. So remember, at this point the picker will have his picking wagon, 3 different totes on the wagon. Each tote will have a unique barcode. And now I'm ready to start scanning the item. So I go to the first bin, scan the item, I validate the bin that I'm picking from, and then the system will ask me which tote are you putting this item into. And in this case I'll scan tote number 1 and register that I've put 2 in here. So the next line is for the same item from the same bin, but it's for a different customer, so it will require a new tote as well. So I'll scan tote number 2 and register that, and complete the same process for the last customer. Alright, so at this point I've picked the same item but split it into 3 different totes, 1 for each customer. So when I get to the second item and validate that bin as well, it will now recognize that I've already put items for this customer into tote number 1. So it'll suggest scan that tote to put it in the same one. So I'll scan that, and now I have completed the order for customer number 60,000. For this second the second order, let's just imagine that the tote is now full and I need to use another one. The system is also very flexible in this regard, because you can just scan another tote. So in this case I've scanned tote number 4, and it says, well, we can see that you've started to use a new one, indicating that is this because this is full. So we can say, yeah, we want to start using that. So for customer number 61,000, we now have 2 totes when we get to the shipping part. The last order, I'll just scan, put it into the same tote. And now the system has detected that. Now I'm ready to, I've handled all the order lines, and if I want to post that order, and yes I do, and we have the order posted. And now it disappears from the mobile device because it's been fully handled. If we go back into NAV and just refresh the lines on the shipping document and scroll all the way to the right, you can see the different tote IDs that are assigned to each order line. But the real beauty about the solution that I'll show you here is that the user in the warehouse, he doesn't need to know about the warehouse shipment. He doesn't have to open the NAV client and look at this. He can just use the functionality on the mobile device. And I'll go back to the main menu, and this process can be completed by the same user that did the pick, or it can be implemented or handled by another user with another mobile device. So at this point, the picker has left the picking wagon with, in this case, the 4 totes, and someone needs to get those items shipped. And to do that, we go into the Tote shipping module. And this is a very simple screen, because in the picking process we've done all the picking and the sorting. So to do the shipment, we simply need to scan the tote. Then the system will look up, what do I need to post when what's related with this tote. And here it says, well, this is the only tote that needs to be delivered. So the picker or the shipper can take these items and maybe ship them in the same box as they were picked, or put them into do the packaging, and then when we just have standard NAV, and this is what we have in the standard solution, then the process of actually booking the shipment with a shipping agent, this is a manual process, or a process that's outside of the scope. Once you've done that and put in print out the labels, and then you can register a track and trace number or something in this field. And this is what standard NAV can do. If you have a shipping system, for example, the log trade shipping system, we've actually made an integration to log trade shipping. So instead of asking for just the track and trace number here, then we can ask for the weight, any information needed by the shipping system. And then when we click the green button here, the next thing that will happen is that it'll print out the shipping labels and all the paperwork related to this shipment. This is not part of this demo. I'll show this in another session. But at this point, this is where we typically make an integration to the shipping system used by our customer. And it's not a big project to do this integration, and we've done it all the way with the log trade system, so you'll have something that works out of the box if you have that system. Alright, so in this case I'll just ship tote number 1, and it posted successfully. And when we go back to the shipment, you'll see the lines relating to tote number 1 have now disappeared, and without the user having to open up NAV to do it. So now I'll ship tote number 2, and here it's this is the one where we added tote number 4 as well, just to kind of show how the system would behave in this scenario. So it'll tell the user you need to scan tote number 4 to complete the shipment as well, because they need to be shipped together. So I scan tote number 4 and again put in track and trace number, say OK to that. And now the lines for that disappeared. And to complete the process, scan tote number 3, put in the track and trace, and we're done. So as you could see, the complexity, or the picker had to do a little more work to kind of pick and sort the order in the same process, but the benefit is really at the shipping point, where you can quickly get your register that you have actually shipped these items by just scanning the barcode on the tote. If we have a look at what you need to do to set up this, it's really quite simple to enable the tote picking functionality. You do that on the Mobile WMS setup, and we have a check mark for tote picking. So if you click this one, the users will be asked to put in the tote ID for each pick line. Down here you see the log trade integration. If you have that system, you can just put a check mark here, and and it would communicate with that system as part of the tote shipping process. If you look at you have some flexibility regarding what you want to put into the same tote. So so here you have 3 different options. If you select the destination number, that means any order for the same customer will be allowed to go into the same tote. So if you have one customer that has placed 5 orders using this setting, all these 5 orders will be grouped into the same tote. If you want 1 tote per order, you select the source number instead, and the mobile device will make sure that the user only puts groups the sales orders into the totes. If you want to group by, the last selection is if you could, instead of the scenario that I showed you, I just created one warehouse shipment and pulled in the sales orders that I wanted to pick. But you also have the possibility to actually create multiple shipping documents and then use the pick worksheet to kind of group them together into a pick. And if you select the last option, you can get the mobile device to group, allow, what you can put into the same tote will be to the, it needs to be on the same shipping document. So there's a lot of flexibility in how you set this up. The most common choice is grouping per customer, because that's that's the scenario that fits our normal web shop customers. Alright, that's it for the demonstration of the tote picking and tote shipping functionality.